all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Back on the Bossman Show for the first time. We're joined by Joe Jones, coach of the Boston University Terriers. Coach Jones, what's up with you in Boston, man?
How you doing, man? I'm trying to stay warm out here in the Northeast, man.
I hear you.
Good, though.
I hear you, Coach. We're coming up your way on February 1st with the Hawks, man. So hopefully it'll be a little warmer when we come up there in about 10 days.
You got it, my man. You got it. I'll be thinking of you.
Yes, indeed. Well, Coach, I'm telling you, I want to bring in the show because, you've been at Boston University for going into the middle of your ninth season, Coach. What's some of the keys to your longevity in a business where so much turnover and the carousel every March and April always is turning? But how have you been able to make sure you've been at Boston University for the last 9 years?
Yeah, that's a good question, my man. First, I think, I have to give a lot of credit to our administration, our athletic director, Drew Marichello, and our president, President Bob Brown. I think that's where it starts, administration, having patience, also understanding, what we stand for, what I stand for as a man and as a coach, and just trying to do the right things by my kids. And quite simply, my philosophy is I want to give my guys the best overall experience I can give them, whether it's on the court, in the classroom, outside the classroom. We want to give them the best all-around experience we can give them. So, our guys are doing internships in the summertime. We're working them out like everybody else and trying to get them better. We're making sure they're getting their degrees and making sure they're having opportunities outside the classroom to learn more about themselves and more about the world. And so that's what we're all about, and hopefully the people here, understand that and respect that. And hopefully that has something to do with my longevity outside of the fact that, we're winning enough games and keeping people happy.
Yeah, for sure. Because I feel like, in this business, they don't give you guys enough time to actually grow a program. Once you do it in 1 or 2 years, if you don't do it in 1 or 2 years, they want to get rid of it and start over the next process. I feel like you got to give a guy a chance to actually build a program. And you need to have the AD and to have the president and administration align with the coach so you can get that done and not be like a quick hooker. You see a lot of different places around the country where it's a quick hooker on guys and they never get back in the business. They be assistants the rest of their careers.
No question. And now there's so many challenges now, with trying to be successful, with kids, transferring the transfer rule and how easy it is to kind of put your name in the portal and how you can lose guys. And, it only takes losing 1 or 2 key guys that can throw you off, and then you got injuries and all the other stuff that you have. So it's not easy to be good consistently. I think that takes a little bit of luck and hard work in order to do it, and that's why I applaud guys like Jay Wright, who is my mentor and a great friend of mine, and what he's been able to do with his career for so long. It's hard to do that. My brother is the head coach at Yale, and he's never come in less than 4th place in 20 plus years. And so, when you have that, and you have guys like that around you, it helps me kind of understand what I got to do to be a better coach.
Yeah, I had your brother on early in the year. I think I had him on like in October, November. I had your brother on the show. We were talking to him about his program at Yale. So, yeah, no doubt, man, your brother's a good dude as well. And
yeah, he's a good guy.
Now, for you, Coach, I know it perpetually you got to really kind of get guys who develop a little bit later. You got to find a guy and project the guy. So the professional development for you guys is very, very important at Boston University. So talk about your professional development program, how you go about trying to develop young men on and off the court, and also get them strong with your strength coach and to eat right and sleep well.
No doubt. It is all those things. And it's one of those things where, it takes a village, right? So you need to have the right strength coach. You need to have the right nutritionist, and you need to have people around that can, educate these guys on the proper amount of sleep and what they need to be eating. A lot of times when guys come in, they don't really understand that. So you have to kind of start to break those habits and have them understand what they need to put in their bodies and how much that could impact them. And obviously, the being in the weight room and understanding how, to kind of build your body and educating them on that. So there's, you need a lot of people around in terms of that and developing these guys. And then obviously you have to have a staff that can help you develop these guys on the court and off the court. So some of the things that we try to do, as I alluded to earlier, we have our guys, especially our upperclassmen, involved in internships. So we've had guys work for lawyers and business people and architects and marketing people over the years. It's been unbelievable for them to get an experience outside the classroom. We've had 9 guys in the last 4 years get their master's degree while they were undergrads. They were able to graduate in 3 years because they're here for summer school and they're taking a full course load. And so we're really proud of those things, those things within our program in terms of how we try to give our guys the best experience we can provide. This past summer, we went to Spain for 10 days. Had an unbelievable trip there, went sightseeing to all the great cities, Barcelona, Madrid, and so have you. So that was awesome. And then, we were in Mexico for 4 days around the Thanksgiving break, and that was awesome, to play in that tournament there. So, we feel good about what we're trying to provide our guys, and then we're just trying to pick the right types of people here. We're trying to get guys that really match it with the values of what we were all about at BU, and that's being a person of high character and someone that really wants to be educated and taking it and wants to take advantage of what it's all about and wants to be someone that's a leader in the community. So those are things that we kind of look for and try to stress. And right now, this is probably the best group we've had from top to bottom in terms of who we are and what we want to be. And I think they represent our university the right way.
Yes, indeed, Coach. That's exactly what you want to have in a program as you laid out there so eloquently right there, Coach. Great job on that.
Yep.
And also, Coach, you got 6 wins in non-con. Has to make you happy. Knowing you got to be on the road a lot, playing different tournaments, not meaning home games, got to play some bye games here and there as well. To
No
play
doubt, no doubt.
So,
No doubt.
knowing all that that's going on, to get 6 wins, has to make you really happy knowing all that that's in front of you there.
No question, man. It's you know, it's not easy. And people that coach at this level know, it's really hard to get home games, right? So you're trying your best to get home games. It's hard to do. There's some years we've only had 4. We've gone through a couple of years we've had 3 and 4 home games. So that's been tough. So when you're able to go on the road and beat a team like South Carolina in their gym, that was probably the highlight of the non-conference schedule. Those are great achievements. And I told the team after the game, I really feel like there are great things headed towards because we really have the right guys and we have guys that really play for each other and want to represent the university and play for each other and play for the players that have been here in this program in the past. It's been such a great program for so long, way before I got here. So, this is really a dream come true for me to be able to be the leader of this basketball program.
Now, on the court, Coach, what do you feel like your team really got improved on the court because you saw different styles of play, different types of players, different type of teams. So what do you feel like getting exposed to all different styles of play really helps your team on the court as you see them play in the Patriot League now?
Well, I think the one thing that we do, I think our guys do a great job of playing team basketball. I think we play defensively, we play as a group, we play as a unit, and then offensively we do the same thing. We do a great job of sharing the ball and playing together, and our guys are really into it, and we don't have to talk to our guys about shot selection a lot or about, sometimes we overhelp because we're trying to help each other so much. And, this is, for me, this has been awesome. But those are the things, if you come watch us play, I think you will see a team that's committed to playing hard and committed to playing the right way, and that's playing together and making each other better. I think we do a good job of that.
And having that synergy, Coach, is so important for a team. When the guys are playing for each other, having that synergy, the ball moves, gives you energy, you bring the effort every night. And I feel like whether
doubt.
you win or lose, you feel like you have a chance every night when you have that synergy. I feel like your team has already.
No doubt. That's kind of what we've been doing. And, we kind of went through a run here. You know how it is. We're still growing. I thought, in the non-conference, we had a lot of guys coming back, but we still have only one senior this year. So we're really still a young team. And we lost a lot of close games, and we were right there in the end. And I knew we were going to play better as the year went on. And then things started to click. And you know how it is. It's a long season, and, you're going to have your ups and downs. But I really feel like you do, we're putting ourselves in a position to have success most nights because we're playing hard and we're playing together.
And Coach, 6-1 at home, so defending the home court has to be very emphasis you give your guys, especially when conference play starts, because you want to get the home games for sure. Try to split on the road there.
No doubt, you got to get those home wins, man. We got a big one tomorrow night against a very good Navy team, and we got to try to get it done because it's hard to be successful if you can't win in your home floor.
Yeah, like you said, Coach, look at our Navy's team. I always send them guys on film, Coach. I know you got Holy Cross as well this week as well. So you got two tough games back to back here. So first for Navy, so what do you send those guys on film, Coach?
Well, the first thing I'll tell you that jumps out at you, man, and as always, they are committed to playing hard. So to beat them, you really got to be ready to bring it and commit to competing. And I think the thing that they do the best is they go after the ball. Loose balls, 50-50 balls. Rebounds, they're all over it. They're sending 3, 4, and 5 to the glass really consistently, and those guys are just, they're just coming, and they do it with a great sense of urgency. So, we have to be ready to commit to that. And then their perimeter is really good. They got 3 really good perimeter guys that can all beat you in different ways. And then they have depth up front where they can kind of pound the ball at the rim. So they're a really solid team from top to bottom. We have our hands full, but it's a great test. It's a great test coming off the loss we had against Colgate without our best player being able to play the majority of the time and now coming back and playing this really good team. We're looking forward to the challenge.
And, Coach, prep-wise, when you have to play these games back-to-back kind of with the day between, so how you go about preparing during the week before you have to deal with this just quick turnaround when you had Holy Cross after playing Navy there.
Yeah, my thing is I take one at a time. I really don't. It's so funny. I ran into the Navy coach on Sunday on Monday at an event, and they're literally 40 miles away from us in Worcester, and we were at an event in Springfield, and I ran into him, and we chopped it up, and then I said, I'll see you soon, and he goes, I'll see you Saturday. I didn't even know we played them Saturday.
Wow.
I was just locked in on Wednesday, and honestly, I'm kind of one game at a time type guy. I couldn't even tell you next week. I think we play Loyola next week, but I'm not even positive about that. So I'm really been able to in my career kind of focus on, just what's ahead of me, and right now the next game, and I hope that my team looks at it that way, and that we can kind of go out and play consistent basketball because we're not caught up in the magnitude of this game over that game. We kind of went into the game against Colgate and said, hey, everybody wants to talk about this is for first place and the whole bit, and if that helps to motivate you, that's fine, but that's really not what it's all about. It's really having a growth mentality and trying to get better every day and trying to beat a good Colgate team because they are the people that are in your way today, and tomorrow it's going to be Navy. They're in our way, and if we look at it that way, then we won't get too high or too low, and then we got a chance to get better. And that's what this is all about. Who's going to be at their best when you must have your best late in March, early March. And that's kind of what I'm trying to get our guys to do. And along the way, you want to win as many games as you can, and having home court as much as you can for the playoffs is crucial. So you're trying to put yourself in that situation, but really trying to get better is where you got to stay focused on.
That's one of the guys for coaches is who have been some coaches individually in your career really had a big impact on you professionally and personally as you do this journey of coaching?
Yeah, I'll tell you the first one is my high school coach. My high school coach was, my junior year was a great guy. He was a great mentor. Warren Isaacs, he was a great player at Iona. He was the Haggerty Award winner at Iona. That means you're the best player in New York State that year in his senior year. And then he went on and had a great career at Iona. And then my senior year, I had a guy by the name of Al Kendallman who I'm still close with today. I got married 20 years ago. I will say 19 years ago, and he was at my wedding and really close and gave me a lot of confidence in myself. And I never forgot that as I coach now, trying to give guys confidence. He was one of the first coaches that really gave me a lot of confidence and helped me really succeed. I went from a guy that averaged 2 points a game as a junior to averaging 19 as a senior. And he had a lot to do with outside of my hard work I put into the game. I thought he had a lot to do with it, reassuring me that I could be successful. So, and then college, I had a guy that to this day is, he was at my wedding as well and spent a lot of time with his family. I consider him a second father, and his wife a second mom, Paul Callahan from Mexico. And then when I got into coaching, I was fortunate enough to work for a guy by the name of Frank Romeo, who was a great coach in Long Island. And I had played against him when I was coming through. And then I got my first job at the school that he worked at. And I was able to be his middle school coach and sit on his bench for the varsity games. And, and I just learned so much from him and just his organization and his ability to get his players to play hard and play the right way. And he was just all about, he was a high character guy. He was all about the right things. And then he was the one that introduced me to the Villanova staff with Rolly Massimino and a young Jay Wright, who was the basketball ops guy at that time. We went to their camp and met Jay. And then the rest is history. Jay hired me on his first staff at Hofstra, and I learned so much from him and a guy by the name of Tom Bacora, who actually ended up becoming the head coach at Hofstra after Jay was gone and the head coach at Fordham. So, those were two guys that I learned a lot from. But I would say Jay is the one that I learned the most from in terms of, how to run a program, how to get the most out of your players. He was just sensational, and I had a chance to see him, on the ground floor as he started to put his stamp on the college game and watch him as a young coach have some setbacks and then kind of work through those setbacks and learn how to be successful, and so, just so much from so many people. I tell people that all the time. My job now is to serve others and to give as much as I can to help help young coaches, help my players become the type of people that they want to be. And part of that is because that's what I had when I was coming up.
Well, Coach, keep that train going. We need more brothers coaching in the business, guys. We're losing too many of us. We know we lost half of us this past carousel. So we need more brothers to keep the train going for sure. Keep that pipeline coming.
You got it, my man. You got it. I'll do my best.
Hey, Coach, hope to see the Final Four, man. Hope you come down here to the ATL, man, the Final Four to catch you. Hope you come by the studio here and see us in April here real soon.
You got it. Let's keep in touch. I appreciate the call.
Will do, Coach. Thank you so much, man.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by the Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.